Welcome to the party. Hold on to your hats because I'm going to give you a quick rundown of a whole bunch of our books. So first is That's Not My Dragon. It's in our That's Not My series. These are all tactile, really fun, shiny books that give your littles a good chance to feel their way through our books. So there's little knobbly claws or prickly tails, all kinds of fun things in these. There are all kinds of animals, trucks, tractors, everything you can imagine. This is part of our very first series, so very first book of things to spot. It's really fun because it's got, it's a seek and find basically for little kids. So can you spot a cat wearing a scarf? And then we search all about our book looking for a cat who's wearing a scarf. And every page is illustrated just absolutely darling. Lots of fun things for them to find. And it's a good book to interact with your littles. So that's a lot of fun. My Very First Castles is in our My Very First series. And this book is great because it just introduces your little ones to the medieval time period. Everything from the time of everything happening in the castle times to how they built a castle, the inside of a castle, what they ate, a day in the life. It just goes on. And the illustrations are just so dang cute. So this is a great book to introduce your littles to castles. We also have My Very First Space. So there are a whole bunch in this series that are really fun for your little ones. Our Flippy Floppy book is a big hit. It reminds me a lot of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So it says, can you find me? I'm hiding somewhere. And when we start searching through this side, we find all kinds of other little critters and finally discover our turtle. And each page is like that with something hiding behind the flaps. Lots of fun interaction for little hands. Now we also have some fun, bear with me as I move here, activity books. Wipe Clean, we have a whole series of these. They all come with a pen attached. This is our new pirate activities book, and it's got some dot-to-dots, some mazes, tracing, just some general pen control, which is fun. And then we also have in this Wipe Clean series, we have first numbers, first letters, mazes, all kinds of general pen control to help with that pencil grip as they're getting ready for school. You Choose is in a series that includes You Choose and Just Imagine. You Choose is cool because it has really vibrant illustrations and they're basically conversation starters. So who would you like for family and friends? Sorry, trying to move my camera here. And I don't move the right way. Family and friends. And as you look around, you could choose a superhero or Dracula or a caveman or a king and queen. All kinds of things to choose from. And all the pages are really vibrant and bright like this. Great conversation starters. These are actually excellent for bedtime to help little kiddos wind their minds down. We have some awesome Wipe Clean cards. So these are 100 things for little children to do on a trip. We also have animal doodles, which is very popular. They come with a Wipe Clean pen, and all the cards are Wipe Clean as well. There are mazes, patterns, all kinds of fun things. I recommend taking the cards and actually punching a hole in the corner and attaching them to a binder ring, and they are really easy then to take with you to a doctor's appointment, to church, to just ride in the car, wherever you need to entertain your little one. Pencil and Paper Games is lots of fun. It's a great book with activities that we used to do. Minecraft kind of things, the box game, triangles, pair them up, all kinds of fun stuff, tic-tac-toes. So just a fun little activity book. I Can Draw Animals is excellent for your budding artist. It is a confidence builder. So here we learn all about how to draw a teddy bear step by step. And it actually looks like a teddy bear when we're finished, which is awesome. There are monkeys, there are horses, all kinds of things in this book. But they are excellent, excellent step-by-step directions to help build your little one's confidence. Fingerprint activities is super fun. It's got a little ink pad down the side, and you just go through, follow the directions to build all the fun different creations in this book, whether you've got owls or dinosaurs or whatever. Now, our Sticker Dolly Dressing series is incredibly popular. This one is, they are all, the dress-up ones are like paper dolls when we were little. So you start with princesses, or that's what this book is, princesses, and then you use the stickers to dress them. And there are all kinds in the series. Even in the girls, there are some great strong female character type ones with dream jobs and heroes and that sort of thing. In the boy series, there are rescue missions, extreme sports, pirates, all kinds of things. And then we also have some build your own planes, robots, spaceships, all kinds of fun things like that too. These are really fun. They help your little ones develop some hand-eye coordination. I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old, and they both love these books. Now I'm going to move us over to some nonfiction. So here is our See Inside, which is one of our Lift the Flap books. It is awesome because, It is awesome because it has tons and tons and tons of flaps and facts. You can see my little guy back there. So the flaps open like this and give you nonfiction information that gives you tons of details about the topic at hand. So this one is always fun for the boys because it's about eating and where our food goes. But the See Inside series is full of more detail. We also have a Look Inside series, which is all flaps, but it's got less detail. Probably early elementary. Those would be good for our late toddlers. And then we have a Peek Inside set of flap books, which is for the little hands. Much less detail. Things like peek inside the farm, peek inside the garden, things like that. Another nonfiction is in our pocket book series. We've got mammals, insects, reptiles, but you can learn all about the topic, which is fun if you have a kiddo who's interested in that specific category. Those are great stocking stuffers, only $4.99. These are 100 things to know about science. So if you would like to be that little fact knower, the person who can whip out a fact at a moment's notice, this is a great book. Just lots of fun information about science. Our Big Book of Big is one of my very favorite series. These books get super duper huge. So this is our Big Book of Big Animals, and as you can see, it really does get super duper huge. So you can see how big our humpback whale really can be. And all the pages, every couple pages fold out like that. We have a Big Book of Big Bugs, Big Book of Big Sea Creatures. This is Big Book of Big Animals, Big Book of Big Tractors and Trucks and Machines. I have a helper in the background there, as you can see. We have a bunch of really great storybooks. This is in our illustrated series. I just have to give you a quick overview of this. It's got a padded cover. These are beautiful books to hand down between generations. Great stories. This is our Bible stories. We've got illustrated Shakespeare, Dickens, Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, unabridged. So just beautiful storybooks to hand down again and again. Blue Whale Blues is one of our newest titles. Just a sweet illustrated story about this cute little whale who has a rough time, but finally works it out. We have some great picture books. Bears Don't Read follows this bear George on his adventures. He finds a book and decides there's got to be more to life than just fishing, but people are a little afraid of bears. So when he goes to ask for help with the book, it doesn't go so well at first. Then he meets sweet little Clementine, and she actually takes him under her wing and teaches him how to read. And in the very end, he realizes that was just the beginning. Really sweet story. Where's Will is a new one in our collections. Where's Will is kind of like our Where's Waldo, but each section introduces you to one of Will Shakespeare's plays as you like it, gives you a little synopsis of the play, and then there's a whole list of their main characters here, and you flip the page to a Where's Waldo type of page and go searching for those characters. And they're all of a whole bunch of Shakespeare's plays, Julius Caesar. It goes through a number of them, but you search for the characters throughout the pages. Lots of fun. Now we also have in our nonfiction Special Forces. This is one in our Discovery Adventure series. Lots of information about that particular topic. And they're internet linked so that you can go find more information on that topic, which is really cool. We also have a number of great chapter books. So this is our very, very early reader series. You can tell lots of white space, large print. There are a few illustrations throughout the book, and it's very thin, you can see as well. This is excellent to get kids interested in chapter books and bridge them into longer chapter books. Fairy Ponies is one of our newer chapter books. Lots of cute little illustrations, but obviously much less white space, smaller print, generally for about 7 and up. Bunch in that series. EJ12 is a new one that we've gotten recently. It's a huge hit with my daughter. I recommend it from 7 to 11. It's about this little girl, Emma Jax, EJ12. She is on the side. She has normal school, everyday problems, but she goes off and she does some spy work to learn how and solves those problems and then learns how to use that to solve her school problems. There are lots of fun little codes to crack throughout the book, and it's a really great series. It's got a strong female character, obviously, and my daughter loves these books. We also have some older chapter book series. Conspiracy is great for boys and girls. Tons and tons of adventure, kind of like the 24 series that was out on TV with Jack Bauer. Choose Your Own Ever After is kind of like the Choose Your Own Adventures we used to have as a kid. Those books where you can make different choices and the story turns out differently. I recommend this for much older. It does have some dating and that sort of thing in it, so depending on what you want your kiddos reading about. There's nothing racy, but it does start talking about dating. Olga de Polga is the cutest little new book we have. So this is a larger chapter book, but it's got a ton of darling little illustrations, and it follows this cute little guinea pig, Olga de Polga, on her adventures as she gets adopted and she meets Fangio the hedgehog and Graham the turtle, Noelle the cat. It's just a really darling story, and the chapters actually tie together, but they can be read very independently as little mini stories as well. It's a great read along with someone. I actually read it with my 9-year-old. She could have obviously read it on her own, and I'm thinking about reading it with my 5-year-old. It's a sweet, sweet little story. And then I thought I would show you a couple of our kits. So this is our cupcake kit, and it comes with a little cookbook as well as all the accoutrements to make your cupcakes fancy. And we have a new Slot Together Victorian dollhouse. I will show you a video of our Slot Together castle. These are awesome because they have a little book that gives you information on the time period. So Victorian time period here, the medieval time period with our castle, and then all these little pop-out pieces that pop together into an actual 3D castle. So to give you an idea, here's the back picture of our dollhouse, and you can see what it actually looks like. So that was a quick whirlwind. I hope you enjoyed, and that's me. I will continue the party in just a minute.